Alright, we are ready. And we're off. So we will see Rox here go for the wheel mix. Oh, and we will see him miss the wheel mix. He only inhaled one enemy when he should have been inhaling two for the mix, as that's how Kirby games work. If you inhale two enemies with powers, then you start the roulette wheel. And in most cases, it is a set roulette wheel, and the same order, depending on which enemy you inhale first. That is where you start on the wheel. So same order every time, just different starting spots. So Laurie out of 1-1 faster than Rox, and we will see how long she can keep that up for. So inhaling two enemies gives you a double star if you spit it out, no matter whether or not they have an ability. And it kills many mini-bosses early on. So we see that used here, and we see it used in the early World 2 against King Wheelie. But not a lot of other times, because you either want an ability coming out of the fight or into the fight, or a combination of those reasons. World 1's pretty standard, with or without wheel. Very similar. You kind of just go through horizontally, get the ability that you need. And here we see Burning. Burning is, well, the first movement-based ability that we're seeing here. Pretty much, you use Burning sometimes, it shoots you forward relatively fast. Most of the other time in this race, we're going to be seeing things like Wheel and High Jump, because those are faster, and they send you in their respective directions fast. You can just slam your face into the wall to kill this Frosty here, and just hope that the fire from your butt kills him. It's not that hard, you just hold right. Yeah, and we see the invincibility candy here. Just nice to get through this room. You can walk through enemies. And Wispy Woods. So Burning isn't the fastest ability to use to kill Wispy with. It doesn't do as much damage as some other abilities, such as Spark or Needle or Sword. However, we do want to keep this into World 2, because it's much faster than the alternative abilities in 2-1, but we drop that right after 2-1. None of the twisters were mean to the players. If the first twister decides to start attacking, it'll move to the right, and you just have to follow it. It's about half a second slower, but it messes you up. It's not nice to get, especially in a race. So here, after this Warp Star, as Laurie is still slightly ahead of Rox, we will see the double star strat used. They will drop their ability and inhale it with the burning enemy. So Rox is able to land on a higher platform than Laurie, which makes up a little bit of time, actually. So he only has to do one extra jump to get over the top, rather than Laurie, who has to do two. Rox's time for unwheeling slightly better, and the gap is almost completely closed. Oh, especially with that goal game, it's just about even. So with the goal game, you want to actually get the lowest number possible, and you just have to press the button at the proper time, which is as soon as you hit it. And it's much easier to time it rather than to mash for it. But if you miss it, then you really don't want to get to a higher number. You also want to avoid the climb. If you barely get to one level in this, or the next tier, goal game tier, then Kirby almost makes it and he scuffles his way up and it's slow. Rox is going to try and keep wheel after this Meta Knight's fight upcoming to... Oh no! He keeps getting hit here. A bunch of really annoying enemies right there. But he's still going to have wheel out of this fight, hopefully. Oh, this is not looking good for Rox right here. Oh, this is looking really bad for Rox right here. Unable to convert with the wheel strats, now he's going to have to clean up the mess he's made for himself. So, all the Meta Knights spawn in order, and you have to, when you kill them in a certain order, then the next ones spawn in a certain order. And we try to find faster combinations and faster ways to kill the next one. And, okay, so Rox soft resets right there. Soft resetting restores your health, and Laurie is dead. D-E-D, dead. Pretty much handing Rox the lead again. Because of hit stun from that fireball. That is a very, very annoying hothead. Rox, ooh, barely making it. Rox barely with the lead. But as I was saying, soft resetting just starts the game as if you would have closed it up and opened it again. So it, your lives are 2, your health is full, and it wastes about 4 seconds out of a typical level. And higher runners typically look down on the practice of soft resetting unless it's a very specific situation, such as Meta Knight, maybe. Laurie, there's the little climb there. Very unfortunate. That would be losing her even more time over Rock. Cannon jump? Oh, unfortunate for Rox. If you can make a little gap right there, right behind the cannon and the wall, and Laurie gets it perfectly. That is impeccable. Oh, accidental slide there for Rox. However, he's able to make it out. Laurie can make up time here with a good wheel section right here. Oh, that was a nice turnaround bonk from Rox. When you hit a wall as wheel, you bounce back in the direction opposite of where you're facing. So if you turn around but your momentum is still going right, you'll just bonk straight up. It's kind of weird, but it works. And here we see high jump for the first time. High jump, I don't know what it does. You really can't infer what it does from the ability's name. I just don't know. So high jump does a ton of damage. It actually has 2 hits to it. The initial jump and that blue cancel, as you're seeing when the runner presses the attack button again. It looks like Rox is going for... He went for a paint roller that would have blown my legs off. However, he does not get it. He only gets 2 early hits. Laurie doing less damage to paint roller because she's standing further away. So the closer you stand to paint roller, the more damage you actually do. It's a really interesting concept. And a good TikTok fight there from Rox. Ooh, TikTok very happy there for Laurie, jumping around. Unfortunately, she, oh, she's going to want high jump, though. She really needs to pick up another high jump, or else 3-2 is going to be hell for her. So Rox is going to show you why 3-2 high jump is so important. And we're going to see how Laurie tries to manage this. Look, you just kind of yeet yourself on up there. Very much not a problem with high jump. And we will see how Laurie fares with it. Oh, so Rox skips the sword enemy right there, which means he's going to be going for high jump Bugsy, a newer strat kills Bugsy faster. However, it's very much risky. He can grab you in a lot of different spots. Oh, he's just about got it. Oh, he misses a cancel right there. That would have done just enough damage to get him over the hill. And that knock maybe loses him enough time as if he just had done sword. However, still very good showing from Rox. Laurie picking up the health there. It's a decent idea if she's not confident in her Bugsy. Rox not bothering because he knows there's another high jump right there. However, he would have liked to keep it because, as you can see, you go through a little animation whenever you pick up a new ability, and quite frankly, it loses you time. That's all it serves to do. So while oh, that's a 4 from Rox. I was gonna say, Race Rox was running rampant in World 1 and the early part of World 2. However, he seems to be pulling himself together here, and we'll see how he handles this next Meta Knights fight. Some people argue that this might be one of the hardest stages in the game, NK Cocoon being a major proponent of that. And we have a high jump strat 3-3 here. Was it 3? Sorry, 3-4. My bad. And he just goes to inhale. There. That shows you how strong inhaling is. Just kills all those enemies, no problemo. Let's see how Laurie handles it here. She's going for the high jump kill as well. Ooh, just barely misses that Mace Knight. Oh, and her high jump is gone. So this is one of the very few Kirby games in which you can actually kill your ability star by spitting in something into it. The other one being Kirby's Adventure, which this game is based off of. It's not exactly a remake as much of a reimagining. All the physics are different. The size of some things are different as well. And a few rooms are different from the original. So Laurie also just used that museum right there. The museum does contain a free high jump. It's a bit slow, but if you lose it, it's a great race backup. Typically don't want to see people going for that in a PB run if you're looking for a higher level time. Rox stylin' and wildin' out up here on Butter Building. So Rox is very mad. He drove all the way down to Butter Building. Let's see how Laurie handles the frog right here. Up on that frog right there can bounce into some very annoying places, like right there, like right exactly there, and not many other places on the screen. Even though it has a very low chance of doing that, it still decided to screw her over because he's a very rude frog. So Rox is part of the Moon Crew, as any reasonable human being is. However, he guesses incorrectly. We still give him kudos for guessing Moon. Laurie heading to the very end of Butter Building into the boss fight just after this door. We will see if she decides to guess. And like I said, Moon Crew. Like I said, Moon Crew for life. There are a few people praising the sun in chat. And there is a correct Moon Crew guess. And there she gets burned by the sun. We do not praise the sun. At least not on Chooch streams. Rock's going for the mix there. Unfortunately, he'll have to do wheel strats here. Or, sorry, tornado strats here. He wanted to do wheel strats, which is a very new concept. You know, people are finding places to mix for wheel that should not exist. They will mix for wheel in, like, anywhere, man. They could be in a boss fight. Like, Meta Knight, you can't even drop your ability there. And I will hear Rox or Cocoon or someone say, hey, can we mix for wheel here? It's just like, ugh. It's a lot of wheel, man. Anyway, Laurie has dropped her high jump here, so she's gonna have to deal with this lattice pattern of blocks in however she thinks of dealing with it. She's gonna slide through, but she's gonna get... Oh, she gets through. She really does get through. Rock's coming up on the double Poppy Bros fight. We will see how he handles this. They pretty much stay on opposite sides of each other. Spark doing massive amounts of damage. Ooh, he does not get hit there. I don't know how he avoided that, but it seems like he just got a banana jester shoe looking thing stabbed through his head. I don't know how he survived that one. It's quite impressive. Now Rocks onto the blimp level. Laurie in the water here. Rocks, if this goes poorly, it will be the Hindenburg disaster. However, we will see how this treats him. If he's able to get the high jump strat right here, which is much faster than keeping Spark through here, just because you're able to move while attacking things. Yep, and he gets the high jump. Laurie, don't drop that Spark. Looks like Laurie is getting a decent kill on the first Poppy. Oh, stepped into her head by the second one. And she's able to finish him off without too much trouble after. Good on. Let's see if Rocks will go for a wheel mix here. And another unsuccessful wheel mix from Rocks. However, very typical backup strats right here. There's going to be a wheel in 2 rooms. It's not too big of a deal to not get it here. You just don't get wheel for this room. That's pretty much it. And you also lose time from trying the mix. However, it's probably not going to affect too much in the end. See, he's got a wheel right here. So I have always hated this area that Rocks was on. Oh, Laurie's going with classic Spark strats. Watch her if you want to see the alternative. Rocks, I always hated that room. I just sucked at it as a kid in this game, in Kirby's Adventure. They expect a lot out of you from it, honestly. So here's one of the times. Here's the only time in the game we should be seeing Throw. Throw grabs a block or an enemy or anything that you'd be able to normally inhale and turns it into a double star-like projectile. It goes through everything and it breaks on walls. Not much to say else to that. Rocks is going to go through an invincibility candy room. Let's see how Laurie handles the bird room and the wheelie. Man, I love birds. Laurie falling slightly behind there. And this is annoying because it just puts a bunch of things in your way if you don't make it in time. It's very punitive. See if Rocks misses the Kaizo Brano Burt. Yep. And he's able to avoid that. She can be really, really annoying. So, as you might have seen, it looked like Rocks kind of went straight through those spikes right there. They actually still do have a hitbox, and you can get hit by them if you're in the fireball burning form. However, they're just pretty much like part of the ground. If you touch the ground on top of them, like if you burn, what the heck? What did Rocks just? What? Did you just run across midair? Am I going crazy? Am I okay? Did anyone else see that? What just happened? I've never seen that before. Dark Souls seems completely unfazed by it. Rocks, either confident enough to style here, or that just happened. It just happened like that. Laurie without throw, but the burning here is good. Rocks grabbing the early high jump, so he doesn't have to grab it in the Krako stage, and we will be seeing Krako momentarily. So Krako is kind of the only boss of this little like pre-stage going up to him. it's pretty much, I think it's the developer's way of saying, like, hey, you should use high jump for this fight. And if you don't want to use high jump for this fight, then here's like a 10 platform thing that will be really, really, really annoying to use if you don't want to use high jump for this fight. Anyway, Rox just absolutely eviscerated Kracko while I was discussing the game design. So Kracko has enough health where it takes exactly 6 regular high jump attacks and 6 cancels to kill him. Not as Kracko being infamous for the RNG meme boss in Kirby's Dream Land. However, in this game, he's very, very straightforward. "5-1" is what some people call the freest level in the game, even though Rox floated a little bit there. Let's see how Laurie handles this Kracko stage right here. People tend to also be, well, yeah, there's also, you know, left side, right side gang. Oh, sorry, no, Sun Moon gang. There's also left side, right side for Kracko. I prefer to climb up the right side and then spawn Kracko on the right. Depending on which half of the screen that you're standing on, that is the side that Kracko descends from. Or the opposite side. So Laurie's standing on the right, which means Kracko descends from the left. But as you saw Rox, he spawned Kracko on the right side. Rox missing the ball right there. You can actually use ball in that little 2-height cavity right there to gain a lot of upwards momentum and then just fly. Oh, Rox unfortunately hitting the hammer instead of the actual monkey. Laurie in 5-1. Easier level. Stone makes Kirby fall faster, even though the acceleration from gravity should be the same no matter the weight, as we've seen from a kilogram's a kilogram. However, I'm just going to chalk it up to aerodynamics and wind resistance and whatever. Oh, what's that constant? I can't remember the name of the constant, but it has to do with when you're moving through a fluid, such as water or air or something, and when you have like a spherical shape. I don't recall. Anyway, Rox is a wheel again. Laurie going to grab some ball to kill Bonkers, the big bees in World 5. And Rox getting... Oh, he gets the first 2 Shoss turns, but not the third one. Shoss turns are a quick way to get through that room for being notably extremely dangerous. Laurie here is getting the ball boost. Maybe bounced a few too many times there, but she showed what I think... I don't see if Rox attempted it actually or not. However, that's correct in how you do it. Rox into another fight here. Oh, and he gets chopped in half. Quite brutal for the pink orb. However, that's okay. He doesn't care. It's right at the beginning of this. Oh, unfortunately missing that one. He's going to have to improv here. And he's just barely missed those 2 stars just by fractions of a second on their spawn times. And we will see Laurie about to get a sick ride, or turn into her own sick ride in this. Ball swag is not free, however Rox says it is. I've seen him die to it before. But he does a good job here and does not die to it. Oh, Rox accidentally landing on the platform. You want to stay flush with the right side of the wall and just kill 5 pigs and then get to the bottom. That's typically the fastest way. I didn't see how Laurie got through that spike room, unfortunately. Some swag right there. Let's see if Rox goes for the Chooch Ball. And he does go for Chooch Ball, and he messes it up. And he gets hit. Oh no, he hits the thing right there. So when you actually enter ball mode, it forces you to bounce once, like right when you do it, if you're like running horizontally. But if you're in the air, it doesn't force you to bounce. It's kind of weird like that. Let's see if Laurie has a better time handling this Meta Knights arena than Rox did, aka not dying. She seems to have done a decent job. Ooh, barely up. Ah, there we go. There she goes. Rox and Nyla and Burning Leo are the Fire Lion, I'm assuming. Isn't it funny how we have Fire Lion as a boss and Burning Leo as a typical enemy? Like, Burning Leos are the guys that you see in Superstar and Superstar. Oh, Laurie going everywhere on the screen. She is just zipping around. However, but like there's Fire Lion and Burning Leo, but like couldn't those technically be interpreted as synonyms of each other? Like, if you think about it, really makes you wonder. Let's see some flywheels here from Rox. If you turn the opposite direction right as you enter the water, you actually keep a lot of speed for some reason. I don't know what the magic behind it is. Laurie going for a treetop run right there, bouncing off the little posts. Rox is going to head back in and go for a first frame mix on these wheels. If he inhales 2, and you hold... Oh, and he gets stoned. He was going for ball. He really was going for ball there. He's straight up going to ball on us. And he's going to get hit. Oh, that was a great... Oh, improv into stone. Unfortunate. Laurie getting hit in Fireline is going to buy Rox a little bit more time to keep his lead. Almost hitting Fireline right there. And he gets Crash. Oh no, oh no. And he gets Hammer. He just decides to get Hammer. So basically, the concept of Insta-Mixes is that, like I said, you inhale 2 enemies, and you start at a certain point on the roulette wheel. Oh, swing and a miss. Dude, I was going to say, I'm glad Rox doesn't play baseball, but I know he does play baseball, and that would have been a strikeout for those first few swings. Like, that was a 3-pitch strikeout. So basically, with 2 hit mixes, no, Insta-Mixes, damn it. Oh, Laurie just wheeling to her death. That was a suicidal, like, Mad Max Fury Road style, just like driving to your death. But now she has wheel again. She's okay. As I was saying about Insta-Mixes, if you inhale 2 abilities, you always start at the same place on the roulette wheel, and if you hold A and down, then down starts the roulette wheel, and holding A pretty much just instantly chooses the first thing on the wheel. However, it actually chooses the second one, because I guess that's how the game works. And the first, oh, unfortunate death from Rox at the very, very end of that room. Second. Oh, don't even let me talk about this again, dude. I keep messing up. I keep interrupting myself. The second one is Hammer, when you inhale wheel first. So you saw Laurie swing and miss there, and you thought, huh, that should have hit Heavy Mole. It probably should have. He just has an ungodly amount of invincibility frames after he gets hit, and it's really, really, really annoying. Because you have to, like, kind of time your swings to something, like, really unnatural. Hopefully, Race Rox does not come back out in full force right now with that death right there. I hope he's able to keep his cool into this. However, Laurie now only 1 level behind Rox. Rox going for the burning strats. The traditional strategy here is to go with Tornado. That gets you through a lot of places. It kills Bonkers decently fast, but burning, well, nothing anymore, I guess. It means that he's going to try and mix 2 burnings for a wheel in 6-3. And let's see how he fares here and see how Laurie fares in 6-2. Very good from Laurie so far. Rox getting the hammer. and he is not happy about it. And the Mike there. Mike is right before wheel. Hammer being right. And there is finally a wheel for Rox. Finally getting what he wanted from the game. Unfortunately, unwheels too soon. Unwheel being an extremely technical term from Kirby, meaning to stop wheel. And here we see Laurie go for the more traditional tornado strategies, and stopping to take the maximum tomato right from that Poppy Bros feet, right there. Let's see how Rox's wheel fares on the rest of these levels right here. I always get so scared whenever they do wheel strats and I follow them right next to that Scarfy. Oh, I cannot think of his name for a quick second. But it looks like they're going to get hit, but they're not, because hit detection in this game is weird. Hitboxes are weird. Tornado takes 8 hits to kill Bonkers, typically split up amongst most runners as 4 on 4. Shasta used to do 5 hits and 3 hits because he was crazy and ridiculously good at the game. Laurie, not knowing that she could tornado from on top of that box and make it to right exactly where she enters that door. That water room that Rox is going through, very infamously hard for tornado users, because if you lose tornado in the water, you're mostly screwed. I mean, I'm sure that it's fair. Oh, it is the Nut Shack. Rox here going through the Nut Shack. My favorite part of the game, and an old bad meme. And you will ask, Chooch, why are you still doing this? I will say, I don't know. I started it. It caught on. So basically, you don't want to lose your ability in the water because it just instantly gets destroyed. You can't inhale it. It instantly breaks. You can inhale. It's a lose-lose. Laurie in the Nut Shack right here. Well, there's first a vertical Nut Shack, and now she's in the horizontal Nut Shack. Watching the UFO room with Wheel is interesting, because these guys seem to move somewhat randomly. However, the most important thing is that you just need to take an ability into the next room to drop and kill to double star the Frosties with. You know, in some games they're called Mr. Frosty, and other games are called Mr. Flosty. I don't know why, and that is extremely unlucky from Rox, as oh, he gets a single star double hit. Basically, you just want one of them to drop an ice block for you, which happens, I'd say, about 90% of the time. At least one dropping an ice block. It's a high chance, and yeah, but that's very unlucky from Rox right there. Because you just need a double star instantly kills them. However, UFO is a double star-like projectile. It goes through enemies, but doesn't do as much damage, so they don't actually instantly die. Luckily, Rox was able to inhale one of the ice blocks that he got spit at him, and consequently, it hit both of them at the same time. Laurie's going to want to grab that UFO. Yes, right there. So she has an ability. Same problem as Rox, though. Let's see if she gets better luck with the Frosties. Rox fighting Meta Knight now. Meta Knight not being extremely nice. Meta Knight can attack you, he can block you. Getting attacked and being blocked are very slow. Laurie accidentally messing up there. Oh, she looked like she was going for the double star there, but accidentally took an up input. That soft reset right there for Rox, as I explained earlier. Health, and I guess lives, but he's more worried about his health. We want to take Sword into this upcoming block room. I don't know why the developers made it. They really don't like... I don't know what they were thinking when they went through this. I really don't know. This Icy Meta Knights fight that Laurie's in right now is ridiculously hard as well, and very easy to die on. However, she's able to finesse it. Another instant mix for Ball right there. Well, another instant mix, this time for Ball. Ball will be used in 7-2, arguably the most infamous level in the game because it is a mini boss rush. So there's a secret entrance up top where you have to fight fewer bosses than if you entered down low. And we use Ball for all of them. There are setups for a lot of these guys. Most of it is detailed in MK Cocoon's beginner guide, and he just got yeeted by Fan right there. Laurie with 4 health into World 7. Comfortable for 7-2. You really should not be taking damage on 7-1. And that's a very good Bugsy adaptation kill from Rox. Did not get the optimal pattern, but he still adjusted to it very, very well. And the fire line taken very well as well. Health does not matter there. Oh, Laurie getting the health anyway. And Rox with another higher than intended goal game. (7-3), pretty chill. Kind of just go through it. It's a nice break after 7-2. They give you the invincibility candy as if to say, hey man, we know you've been through a lot in that last level. Just, take it easy here. We'll make you invincible. Like, you can use this cool mechanic here. And he actually misses the invincibility candy. Picks it up with a nice double in hand. Oh, Laurie getting absolutely grabbed by Bugsy right there. The stupid bug is very, very annoying. His, the box on which he can grab you actually extends past where he can get hit, which is very, very, very annoying to deal with. So if you think you're hitting him, there's a chance that you're actually just not. Oh, Laurie accidentally killing Fireline there. I don't know if that was intentional for her, but preferably she'd take... Rox getting UFO? Is he going for the sequence break? I totally missed when he got that. He might be going for the sequence break. Laurie very much saying that she hates this game. That's a very reasonable sentiment. And Rox grabbing Burning there by mistake. I think that was also a mistake. So he guess he's just going to go Spark. If he had UFO here, then he would be able to shoot a double charge shot and break that bomb block and would not have had to go all the way up and around. Very annoying. Laurie's still hating this game. Will be hating it even more going through this room without burning. That was a really cool evasion of the Bronto Burt right there. Kudos to her. So there's 2 possible strategies for this. Oh, Rox getting burnt and blown up and a lot of other really bad things. Yikes, is he... Oh... Unfortunate death for Rox right there. He probably should have just let it go behind. However, Spark is technically faster for this. So, upcoming is a King Wheelie fight. Crash does all but 1 of his HP, and you'd like to do all of it instead. However, that's just not possible with Crash. Laurie balling out up here in 7-3, I think that is. Rox facing the wrong way, unfortunate, but King Wheelie gives him a second chance. He gives him another little ball. There have been some very infamous documented cases of King Wheelie going in a ludicrous amount of times without giving a little wheelie to shoot back at him. I think Shasta's documented it was something about 17 attacks without giving him a wheel. It sounds inflated, but I don't think that. I think that number is very much real. Rox is right now in a level that is a throwback to Kirby's Dream Land 1. Now, as we know, this game is it's a reimagining of Kirby's Adventure, which is the second ever Kirby title. So, when Kirby's Adventure was released, this was kind of just a throwback to the first game. But now it looks it's even more of a retro throwback. I actually do like the Kirby's Adventure version of this level more than this one, because for some reason in this, all the enemies are in color. However, in KA, everything, even the enemies are monochrome. Rox unfortunately losing his wheel in this level. You want to keep it through most of the level, because it is very much faster. Laurie, being polite, letting the burning enemy go through. Very chivalrous and much safer. I don't think she wanted to risk it, and I think that was smart of her. Laurie can very much make up time by holding onto wheel for most of this level. There is a lot to be made up. And these runners have been very close throughout the whole race, honestly. While Rox did pull ahead in mid-game, it's close. What matters is that final time. I will make a guess as to how far Laurie is behind after this level, but it's very close. So Rox gets that ball mix at the end of 7-6. It's actually not an instant mix, it's actually the slot right after that. Laurie playing it very, very carefully right there. And getting the maximum tomato. Rox is onto Orb, a very experienced Orb fighter here. Same pattern, every time. Oh, Laurie dropping the wheel right there. However, it's at the very end of when you actually need wheel. You can just slide through the rest of these blocks. But Rox is an experienced Orb fighter. He's missing a few shots here. But if he's able to execute very well, he might be able to get this before the wheel, Orb dash. Oh, and the Orb goes... he gets it before the dash. Yeah, there's not really an explanation as to why you have to fight an Orb in space. Or why he's an Orb, period. We just call the fight Orb. Laurie, about a minute behind Rox. Which is much closer than some of the other races we've seen. Oh, getting the suck from King DDD. So your ball attack is vulnerable at the very apex of your jump, as well as the moment that you hit the ground, which is how she got hit by DDD there. And she's able to clean it up and kill DDD with the downward stroke of that ladder. So the Nightmare fight, while it is the final boss of the game, probably the least exciting fight in the game, because he does the same exact attack every single time, and you just have to time everything properly. And that is Rox with a palindrome of a finish with a 43-34. Laurie finishing up her Orb around the same time. And heading into the Nightmare fight. Yeah, it's hello, Rox.
I am very mad.
I know you're very mad. You drove all the way down to Butter Building.
Got stuck in one telegraph against this stupid buggery. Down through tech chase, one stop walking forwards. Really trying to think straight right now. March over to the hydro strat. I did. Still garbage. That would've made it out 3-2 if I knew how to hit him with sword or high jump. But you didn't give me the frames to do it. Stupid. It's just stupid. That stupid world where all these new bosses are.
While that was the butter building copy pasta, I think a lot of it does actually hold true to what happened, except for actually getting down throw tech chased by Bugsy. You did avoid that in all situations.
It was, I'm just... That one was garbage. It should have been
Big agree.
probably... Yeah, it was a 43-35. I reset my timer because I didn't want to see those garbage mistakes anymore. I golden Krakow.
43-35, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So I still got like 35 points on top of the one I get for finishing the game.
You did pretty well.
So,
Mad, that was
Krakow
over
not
4
being the
minutes
great
for my
equalizer.
PB.
Krakow, I mean, I didn't do too bad on my Krakow.
I mean, mine was a gold, but I still
Mine
got
was
high
only 2 seconds off of my own gold.
No, but I was on 41. I was on 40 pace until 6-2 happened.
Oh,
Or 6-1 actually.
I was actually ahead of my PB exiting 7-6, but I did a soft reset for HP on DDD, and then DDD went poorly. So I didn't get it. I was plus 5 seconds that run, which is surprising, because that was garbage.
Yeah, mine sucked too.
Jeez. There was one level in particular. I don't remember which one, but like one just went horrible.
No, okay. So I got the 7-4 UFO mix.
Goodness.
Immediately lost it in the burning room.
Mm-hmm.
Is Chooch even here?
I don't know.
Guys, I think Chooch is dead.
Oh no. But I in 2-4 for some reason I had a lot of problem. And then one of the hot hits shot a projectile, and it hit me, and I did a bounce, and then I fell in like a very specific hole.
Yeah, that was unfortunate, and so
And I was really mad.
I feel that you must have had to been mad after the wheel death in right before Heavy Mole.
Oh, I don't care about that. That was the game's fault. Like, that was just inputs.
This game needs a lot of inputs. You have to
I dropped a lot of those. Let's talk about... Okay, voice crack. Let's talk about me getting hit by Sun. That was fucking... Oh, I'm not supposed to say that. That was terrible. Thanks, game. Love you. Not supposed to say that.
Yeah, Needle is a better game. At least it's not badly programmed as some other Kirby games, but
One glitch in the game in 4-6. The 4-6, the block, invisible block. No.
So, would either of you like to make shoutouts in this?
Shoutouts to...
Shoutouts to 7-4 UFO. Shoutouts to Krakow for being bold. Shoutouts to Chooch for commentating. Shoutouts to Speaking for hosting this. Shoutouts to Speaking for organizing this. And shoutouts to...
Rox, you're really hard to hear.
The best group.
Shoutouts to a... I can't math. Shoutouts to a 522 Ice Cream Island. Amazing. That's all I have to say. I don't know. That was a nightmare.
Dreamland. Yeah, just a reminder that we're just beginning the, you know, Nightmare in Dreamland. 20 started 5 days ago.
Yeah.
First of 2 matches today. We have another match tonight at 10 p.m. It's MK Cocoon versus Dark Shadows. I'm on commentary.
I'm
with my good friend Quill.
Gonna be tired.
You won't be on commentary. And we have 3 matches tomorrow, 2 on Monday, and 1 on Thursday. It's gonna be
I have 2 races next week.
Yeah.
Did you mention the MK Cocoon race later tonight?
Yep, I heard it.
Okay, sorry, I just have my volume low, so I don't have any feedback. Mainly.
Alright, but yeah, that's still 35 points for me, I want to say. No, because I stole 35, I think. So 36. Because I get the 1 point. You still got 94, though. Is this your first race, Rox?
I just had the SATs today, so I was just spending all week studying for them. So I'm
Oh
extremely
boy.
rusty right
I've
now.
been playing this game all day, and this was my first run on my new splits because I PV'd by about a minute earlier, and it was garbage. Whatever.
Oh, Rox, I don't know if I've ever seen like that walking on air glitch that you got in the stupid frog room.
That's the one glitch in this game. It's basically, I think what happens, what Marsh explained to me. Shouts to Marsh, by the way. What happened is that you walk on this. If you move the same frame you hit a block, then you'll be like walking on the invisible air. I don't know, until you get off it. I don't know how you get off it, but you just kind of do sometimes. That was interesting.
Game's great.
Shoutouts to March for being a genius.
But shout out to 74 UFO.
So I will head out now, and I'm hoping that you all enjoyed the race today, and we will be seeing a race later tonight. Same tournament. Is it same?
No, it's at SpeedGaming 6. Which I know
Low
some
tier.
of them don't exist, but SpeedGaming 6.
It does.
There's follow SpeedGaming and SpeedGaming 2 through 5, and also SpeedGaming Deutsch, Espanol, Portuguese,
French.
for all of your speed gaming needs. Make sure you follow Chooch. Chooch is a legend. Chooch is also really good at this game.
I also talk a lot while people race.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's also true. And he also has
Understandable.
exams coming up. Wish him luck on his exams.
Thank you, thank you. I hope you all have a great evening, and I hope you enjoy the next race. Thank you very much for being with us today.
See ya.
See you later.